Guess what? We are going to be testing some art supplies today. I don't really do traditional art anymore, so this is a good warm-up for me to get back into it. So I got this package from Grabie, the art brand, and I'd like to thank them for sending me their art supplies for me to test out. So the first thing we see in this box is the replaceable nibs that we get from Grabie and the package with the art supplies in them. They sent me the Classic Acrylic Marker set that comes with the 28 replaceable nibs and the acrylic marker book. I was amazed with how many colors there were, and the color choice was really good. It came with a book, and there's 28 acrylic markers, as you can see, and it also says that you can use these markers on glass, ceramic, wood, and all types of different surfaces. So this would be really helpful for those artists that like to use different surfaces as their canvas. Let's see how they look. Surprisingly, the pens were really soft and the nibs look really sturdy. I'm so excited to use these because they look really vibrant, and these colors are not usually what I work with, so it's going to be really new and fun to use. So if we look at the back of the pens, it comes with a book, and there's 20 sheets and a variety of colors to use the markers on. The cover is really, really pretty. So if we open the book, we can see there are a few colors like light purple, white, navy blue, and black. So the first two pages are actually swatch sheets of black and white, so this is going to be useful for anyone that likes to use swatch sheets for reference of what colors they want to use. It's so aesthetically pleasing. I couldn't wait any longer to use the pens on the black paper, so I'm going to test out one of these pens. On the pen it gives us instructions on what to do, and it said that we have to shake it really well, and we kind of have to dab it onto the paper until we start to see some ink flow out, like this. I was really surprised with how smooth they glide onto the paper, and the colors are so vibrant, I couldn't stop using it. These pens would be good for people that like to make cards or like to decorate things. Here's a little close-up. Don't follow my steps. Don't shake it when the cap isn't on because it might get all over the place. I really like this color, so I decided to make Hello Kitty. I decided it was essential for me to test out the white marker because white is really important when it comes to highlights, and I was really shocked because it was so opaque and it was so nice to use. And for those wondering, these markers are really good when it comes to layering. You just need to wait a while because these are acrylic markers and they need some time to dry. So here's me testing out all the markers, and you can see that the colors are so vibrant and each and every color is so pretty. This is where I realized that they actually provide us with two metallic markers. One of them is gold and one of them is silver. Trust, it looks shinier in real life. And here's the silver marker. You can see the dents in the paper because I'm not drawing on a flat surface. It's actually quite soft underneath, so I recommend drawing on a flat surface. I couldn't test black on black paper, so I just did some layering and it looks really good. And for reference, this is how thick the paper is. You can hear it. It's 200 GSM, and that's really thick. This is just me testing out the black marker on white paper. These are ideal pens for doodling as well. I decided to be a little coquette. I decided to organize my pens into a little box so I can start drawing easily. And this is how the colors look like on white paper. I decided to make a little doodle before I start drawing. I decided to draw cinnamon roll. And you can see how opaque the white pen is. I think that is just amazing. If you guys want to check these pens out, there's a link in my description, and you can use my code MANGO15 for 50% off on the Grabie website. I think that you would really enjoy these pens if you like to discover new ways to make art. Look at how cute it turned out. Grabie also sent me these replaceable nibs for whenever the nibs need to be replaced. And this thing, I don't know what these are called, do let me know. And they send you 28 of these replaceable nibs, so you have plenty. just ignore me. Yeah, so this is how the nibs look like up close. And are they called tweezers? I don't know, but yeah, it makes it easier to replace the nib. So I got carried away again and I made this mushroom. It looks so pretty. It was really fun to use the markers. Moving on. I was trying to find a reference, but I ended up not using one. Here I was deciding whether I should use white or black paper, so I just white won, so using white. And it's really easy to take out of the book, so if you rip it while doing so, then skill issue. So let's start drawing. I thought of using the book as the flat surface so I don't end up ripping the page while dabbing the markers. So I actually had another sketch before this and I absolutely hated it. I burnt it, so I'm starting over again. I decided to go for a mythical vibe. Well, not really. It's like an alien because I wanted to use different colors for skin tone, and partly because I've been watching this new anime called CHK and the antennas kind of remind me of aliens. Let's speed this up. Oh yeah, don't mind the state of my pencil. That's the sketch done, and believe it or not, I was searching for a kneadable eraser for 2 hours after this, but I couldn't find one, so I just used a regular eraser. Someone buy me a kneadable eraser, please. Oh yeah, off topic, but that Hello Kitty sticker, it's limited edition. I know, right? And we're starting off using purple for the skin tone. Yes, I know. And I've lately had this obsession with using all the colors except natural skin tones for my drawings. I don't know why. I was kind of worried because I've actually never used acrylic markers before, so I really didn't have a plan for how I was going to do this. But it's okay. I got a little worried when I started to see patches of different shades of purple, but you know what? It actually dried up, so it was all even later on. I took these pens to school and I showed all my friends, and they were really surprised, and one of them couldn't stop using them in class because of how good they were. Let's speed this up. What's your favorite song at the moment? Mine has got to be CHK CHK BOOM. If you know, you know. Sorry, headphone users. Also, with these markers, the nib is really thin, so I wouldn't recommend using it for coloring large spaces because it might take a while. Maybe you could do coloring, for example, if you're coloring skin, you could use pencils first or alcohol markers first and maybe layer on top with these kind of markers. Funny story, at this point, I nearly fell off my chair. I was thirsty, right? So I tried to reach for my water bottle and I think I reached a little too far and I nearly fell because my chair has wheels and I kid you not, I nearly had a heart attack. Anyways, are we seeing how well the white marker makes highlights? I know this set only has 28 colors, but I would love if they had a set with a lot more colors because I couldn't really find a color to color the lips because I needed a slightly different darker color to the purple I was using. My English isn't Englishing right now, I'm very sorry. Honestly, using these markers was really therapeutic because it took time to color, and honestly that gave me some time to reflect and kind of relax. I decided to add some life into the eyes, so I basically used nearly every color to kind of give it that anime eye aesthetic. That made no sense. Doesn't it look so good right now? Don't you ever get scared of coloring or line arting after your sketch? It's happening. And we're adding more highlights. We need highlights. Ta-da! And now we're moving on to the hair. And yes, I did choose I don't know what this color is. It's an icy blue. Yeah, I did choose that for the hair. It's kind of giving me what's that My Little Pony character? Starlight Shimmer? No, I forgot the name, but if you know, you know. These markers are so juicy. Let's speed this up. Are you seeing how well that layered? It gives me happiness. I like how the hair turned out right now, but I think I might ruin it. Or not. Let's just see. Me drawing is like watching a horror movie. I actually struggle with rendering a lot. I normally don't have any idea what I'm doing, but I'm just like winging it. With these markers, since they're like paint, you can't really blend unless you blend them while they're still wet. So you just have to find new ways to blend out the markers, maybe like with cross-hatching or any other methods. And occasionally you will have to dab the markers on paper sometimes just to get the ink flowing nicely. And we are on 23,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you all enough for supporting me on my art journey, and I just love each and every one of you. I hope that we can grow even more as a community, and yeah. I honestly don't know where I was going with the hair, but let's just hope for the best. Or I'm just gonna burn this again. I added some eyelashes and it does look a lot better now. And I decided to add some pink highlights because why not? And highlights do make everything better. And it looked a little plain, so I decided to add like stickers on her face. And I think I made the star a little too juicy, and it took a long time to dry, but that's my fault. I like how I added the frosted tips. Here's a close-up. I decided to go in and make the stickers sticker, and then I outlined it with a black marker. And then I decided to outline the whole drawing with a black marker. I honestly think this is where I fumbled, but it's okay. I honestly like how it's turning out. I might jinx myself. I decided to make use of the metallic markers as well, so I added a lot of sparkles and cover up any mistakes I made. I actually honestly love how this drawing turned out, especially for my first time using acrylic markers. You can still see how juicy the star is. Once again, I'd like to thank Grabie for sending me their markers for me to test out. I honestly loved using these markers, so did my friends, and it was a fun experience to use new mediums. And thank you so much for watching until the end, and don't forget, if you're interested, there's the link to the products in my description, and if you use Mango15, my code, on the Grabie website, you get 15% off, and that's about it. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!